The Pirates return home tonight with momentum on their side after ending a long 9-game road trip by taking 2 of 3 from the Cubs. The pitching staff fueled those wins against the Cubs with great outings from both Paul Maholm and Brad Lincoln. Tonight, Daniel McCutchen looks to duplicate their efforts against their cross-state rivals, the Philadelphia Phillies. Next on FSN. And tonight from PNC Park in Pittsburgh, the Buccos meet their cross-state rivals. The first and only visit this year for the Philadelphia Phillies into Pittsburgh on a T-shirt Thursday. Folks streaming in, getting ready for the regatta. It should be just an outstanding 4th of July weekend. Beautiful night for baseball. The Buccos taking on the 2-time defending National League champion Philadelphia Phillies, Greg Brown, along with Steve Blass. Steve, the Bucs take 2 of 3 from the Cubs at Wrigley to end the 9-game road trip. Of course, it got off on a very sour note. They were swept in the first 2 series against the Rangers and Oakland A's. But maybe a good trend is developing, Steve, with the starting pitching.
Absolutely. It's been a continuing trend. Yesterday it was Brad Lincoln, but take a look going back to last Friday. The starters have been doing a great job, and it's almost a contagious thing, Greg. One guy gets going, the other guy gets going. You start building on that, and we hope that becomes a continuing theme because you'd like to average more than 5 2/3. You'd like to get into that 6- and 7-inning program from your starters.
Steve, here we are, the 1st of July. A guy that was hoping June would not end is Garrett Jones. This is his 1-year anniversary in the big leagues.
Absolutely, and you can tell he liked the month of June, as he does some work against the Chicago Cubs, and he has been doing a very, very good job. Maybe not as many home runs as he would like, but he's putting the ball in play. He's got a nice little program going. He's gotten better April, May, and now June, so he's doing just fine. The home runs will come. He's strong enough.
Now, the Philadelphia Phillies probably strong enough to sustain some injuries, but they have Charlie Manuel, who, by the way, will serve a suspension tonight, the skipper of the Philadelphia Phillies. He's had to worry about guys not being available. Jimmy Rollins in and out of the lineup, off the disabled list and back on again, and he has lost 2 key members of his infield, Chase Utley and Placido Polanco.
Yeah, take a look. Those are key members of Charlie Manuel's Philadelphia Phillies team, and you want to give proper respect to everybody else, but you know that Daniel McCutchen and Joe Kerrigan have talked about these guys not being in the starting lineup. Yeah, you can fall in the trap of giving in to the other guys, but it's nice not to have to face them.
Well, he will have to face, of course, Ryan Howard. The big man is back in the Berg. The first baseman, the slugger, he'll take on Daniel McCutchen and the Pittsburgh Pirates in Game 1 of a 4-game series. Coming up next.
PNC for the achiever in us all. By Barrel Automotive, Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by your Western PA Honda dealer.
Back at PNC Park, ready for Game 1 of a 4-game homestand. All four against the Philadelphia Phillies in the lineup for, we'll say Charlie Manuels, but it's actually Pete Macannon's lineup tonight. Pete Maccannon will manage this evening. Charlie Manuel's bench coach in the lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies, brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward, Shane Victorino, the Flying Hawaiian, followed by Greg Dobbs and Jimmy Rollins, a lifetime .339 average against Pittsburgh. Ryan Howard is the cleanup hitter, then Jason Worth and Raul Ibanez. Brian Schneider, veteran catcher, hit seventh. Wilson Valdez filling in at second base for Chase Utley and Cole Hamels on the hill.
And they'll be working against right-hander Daniel McCutchen, making his 5th start of the season, still looking for his first win this year. The numbers for Daniel, and one of the numbers that stands out on that chart, he's given up 6 home runs in just 18 innings of work. So important for him to keep the ball in the ballpark, get off to a good start, and hope that he can piggyback that good work that Brad Lincoln did yesterday afternoon in Chicago.
And Steve, I know what you're saying there, that you can get caught in the trap when guys aren't in the lineup. At the same time, don't you feel like you have to use it to your advantage?
Absolutely, yeah. You know, the other guys are very good, but it is delightful not having to face Polanco and Chase Utley.
Yeah, Dobbs, with all due respect, Greg Dobbs, Wilson Valdez, fine ball players, but they're not Polanco and Utley.
Absolutely, yeah.
Shane
you can play it down, but you like it.
Yeah. Strike called on Victorino, underway now. The first of 4. Victorino hitting .252 with a dozen homers and 45 RBIs. A much better hitter from the other side of the plate this season.
As is Jimmy Rollins, the other switch hitter in the lineup for the Phils.
Bounce to second. And Andy LaRoche making his first home start at second base. Retires Victorino. Take a look at the other men in black and white. Jose Tabata, Andrew McCutchen, Lastings, Millage left to right. Pedro Alvarez, Bobby Crosby in the lineup. Andy LaRoche, Garrett Jones with Ryan Domick behind the plate for Daniel McCutchen. Bobby Crosby out a couple of days with concussion-like symptoms at the Bermuda Triangle in right field on the road trip. Knocked out Neil Walker and then Bobby Crosby, who was filling in for him.
Yeah, stay away from the right field line.
Crosby returns to shortstop, where he had been getting most of the playing time, as Ronnie Cedeno continues to struggle. Greg Dobbs, not Placido Polanco, Dobbs, 32-year-old. Well, he'll turn 32 tomorrow. Didn't miss by much. 2-0 the count. Phillies 41-35, third place in the National League East. Braves lead the Mets by a game and a half, then the Phillies 3.5 back. And McCutchen, after getting a quick out, falls behind Dobbs 3-0. And these are the kind of things. Here's Pete Maccannon, who served as a Pirate interim manager for a time when Lloyd McClendon was let go. But these are the kind of things here, Steve. Now, hopefully he'll come back and get them. My goodness, really throw strikes to a guy like Dobbs.
Absolutely, yeah, to everybody, but especially guys like this. You know that there are tougher outs than other guys. You know, some are tougher than others, and take advantage.
3-2. They're falling behind 3-0. There is Charlie Manuel. Headed down the suspension today for 1 game, fined an undisclosed amount for his aggressive arguing and inappropriate contact with home plate umpire C.B. Buckner during the top of the 10th inning of their game this past Tuesday against the Reds. And a liner into left center field. Greg Dobbs, the 1-out single, is aboard for Jimmy Rollins. Here is that argument that took place in Cincinnati. Buckner tosses Charlie Manuel. Manuel not done. You'll see the bill of his cap will hit Buckner's forehead.
Inappropriate contact? Come on, give me a break.
1 game suspension for that, according to Bob Watson, the vice president of on-field operations.
Unbelievable. Talk about a fine line. Hit him with the bill of his cap. I mean, it wasn't a haymaker right-hand punch.
Yeah, that little touching of the cap got him a game suspension.
You're supposed to tip your cap, aren't you, when you do something good?
That's what he's trying to do. Jimmy Rollins ahead of the count, 2-0. Rollins batting third tonight, hitting .270 on the year.
And you want Daniel McCutchen to get in that mode that seemed to find, it can almost find you. Brad Lincoln, it found him yesterday where he got rolling, and all of a sudden he was knee deep in a ball game that he had control of. I'd like to see that for Daniel.
A pop-up on a 2-0 pitch. Crosby out.
Into the sunshine.
And makes the catch.
Which is a factor, again, we talk about it every homestand in the summer. First and second inning, you will have that half moon, big amount of sunshine out from right center over to the left field corner that the outfielders have to deal with. They seem to be okay with it. Probably looks more threatening than it is. But that'll all be gone in the second inning, and Bobby's able to handle that particular play.
Now here's a big matchup throughout this ball game. Certainly need any right-handed hitter. Ryan Howard, the big slugger, 55 RBIs, takes strike one. Tied for fifth most in the league with those 55 ribbies. David Wright of the Mets leads the senior circuit with 63.
We talked about the home runs that Daniel has given up. This is his 19th inning of work this year, 6 home runs. That's a higher percentage than you want to have.
And not forgetting Dobbs over at first.
I would think that the Phillies, like most teams that have had advanced scouting and have the use of video, will test the Pirates with their running game, because it's been a struggle for the Bucks.
One ball, one strike the count on Ryan Howard.
I don't think Dobbs would be going early in the count. You'd rather have Ryan Howard have the chance to hit a 2-run home run than to lead off. And if it's a home run, be a single shot. That can change as the at-bat goes deeper.
The big shift on for him. Pedro Alvarez playing over towards second. Bobby Crosby, the shortstop, over there next to the bag, wave and a miss.
Nice on the changeup. Ryan Howard looking for the fastball, got the changeup, the early commitment, and the wave.
Now, there was a time when Howard could do nothing against Pirates pitching, but that's changed over the last 7 meetings. His first 25 games, hit a .121 against Pittsburgh. Last 7, batting .462.
See if he back-to-back off speed.
Reaches out and gets enough of it to send it out to center field, and that is it.
And the changeup.
Dobbs left stranded half inning. The Phillies do not score. Now the Pirates come to bat. Back in Pittsburgh, bottom of the first inning, the Pirates come to bat against Cole Hamels. Here is John Russell's starting lineup tonight. Jose Tabata will be followed by Pedro Alvarez and Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen, his career against Hamels, 3 for 6 for the home run. Garrett Jones hits cleanup, then last innings Millich and Ryan Doumit. Doumit in that 6th spot of the batting order. Bobby Crosby, Andy LaRoche, and Daniel McCutchen for Pittsburgh.
Left-hander Cole Hamels, 6 and 6 so far on the year. look at his vitals for 2010, and he has given up 18 home runs in his first 15 starts. That's a higher number than he or anybody on the Phillies staff would like to see. He's given up the long ball. In fact, I can tell you a little more about that subject as we go along.
Ball one on Tabata, hitting .244 with a homer and 4 runs batted in. Hamels has walked 32 in 90 innings with 88 strikeouts. And 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Tabata.
Yep, averaging a strikeout per inning. That's a high rate. This young man out of San Diego. I think anybody that ever played baseball in San Diego got drafted. He's one of them.
2-1.
He was a first-round pick in 2002 by the Phillies.
And just dominated the 2008 postseason. So folks figured he was on his way maybe to a Cy Young 2009 campaign. That didn't happen. He went 10-11 last year. Ball hit the other way, but foul into the seats.
Yeah, MVP of the championship series, MVP of the World Series.
10-11 last year with a 4.32 ERA.
1-0 against the Bucks in 3 starts. He's won 54 Major League Baseball games. Jammed him, but Jose stays alive. Jamie Moyer, he's going to pitch for the Phillies tomorrow night. I had a chance to sit down with him and do a radio pregame for the greats of the game, and he is truly one of the great people that play our game of baseball as a performer and out of uniform. He's something special. He really is. Articulate, a lot of stuff off the field, a lot of stuff on the field. 2 shutouts or 2 complete games. He's a first-class individual.
Pretty amazing at 37. 3-2 the count remains on Tabata, the age of 21. Tabata playing in his 20th Major League game. 19 hits in 78 at bats. And another foul ball. Good start for Tabata. As he faces the veteran lefty Cole Hamels.
Yeah, it seems funny to say veteran. He's been around 5 years. Jamie Moyer has been around a long time.
Anybody compared to Moyer is almost a rookie. Yeah, fairly close play on a routine ground ball. 6-3. Phillies defensively, it's brought to you by Mercedes. Rolly Banez is in left field. Shane Victorino in center. Jason Worth in right. Greg Dobbs, Ryan Howard on the corners, Jimmy Rollins, Wilson Valdez up the middle, and Brian Schneider behind the plate for Hamels. Here's Valdez. Good glove work, veteran, been around a lot. And this most recent call-up has also been surprising with the bat.
You did say 37 for Jamie. It is 47.
47, I'm sorry. Jeez. Yeah, 37. 47.
He loves you right now.
37 was nothing.
I was wondering. I said, my goodness.
No, it's 47. Alvarez. John Russell puts him up to the number 2 spot of the order, hoping maybe he'll see more fastballs. He's trying to help this young player.
What he's seeing is more left-handed quality pitching than he's ever seen in his life, and a steady diet of it.
Just got a piece there. Figured maybe even more hittable pitches in this number 2 spot. Thinks that Alvarez is feeling better at the plate. Just wanted to give him a chance, see what he could do behind Jose Tabata, or between Jose Tabata and Andrew McCutchen. And down goes Pedro Alvarez. A bounce out and a strikeout for Cole Hamels to start the bottom of the first.
And he strikes out a lot of people, and Pedro is striking out at a very regular rate. Not entirely surprising. Again, he's seen quality that he's not been exposed to before. So, the growing lessons, painful as they can be at times, continue.
Guy over there at first base knows all about those growing pains. Ryan Howard first came up to the big leagues. He didn't right away. Hit 40 homers, drive in 150. 0-2 now on McCutchen.
They were talking about Cole Hamels. He does strike out a batter per inning, and that's pretty impressive. So if you go down on strikes against this young man, you're not alone.
One ball, 2 strikes on McCutchen, hitting .301, 7 homers, 24 RBIs. A .378 hitter against lefties, 3rd highest average in the league. And a wave and a miss. 1-2-3 go the Bucks. A ground out and back-to-back Ks for Cole Hamels. 1 inning complete. 0-0. Bucks Phils. Four-hit shutout ball, PNC for the achiever in us all. And boy, what an achievement to get that first W. This is his 5th major league start yesterday against the Cubs at Wrigley.
And got stronger as the game went on. You know, and there's nothing better than the day after you win a major league ball game as a starter. Nothing better. You are on top of the world. Take a look at that line. You should be on top of the world, young man. Great, great stuff. And he did get stronger as the game went on. And that's confidence. Now you relax. When you're relaxed, the ball will jump out of your hand better. When you're trying to throw hard, early, you're pressing, you grip the ball too tight, you don't get the flow and the finish. But he found it, and that's how he finished up.
Oh, 0-2 on Jason Worth.
By the way, I love the way McCutchen pitched Ryan Howard with the back-to-back off-speed pitches to get the easy pop out to center field. Nice sequence. Back-to-back changeups are not what major league hitters are looking for.
Steve, you're talking about how he got stronger, he relaxed more as Worth strikes out to start the 2nd inning. That will lead us to the good word from Brad Lincoln.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it gets that monkey off my back, and now I can go out there and relax and just be who I am and not have to worry about anything that goes on around me and just, you know, be myself and attack hitters.
That has to excite him and excite the Pirates that, as you said, Steve, you relax, be yourself, don't worry about any outside distractions.
You're in the flow. And every starter looks for that, especially early in your major league career. Daniel McCutchen hoping to find it. But it's going to come in, and sometimes you'll see it in that 4th and 5th inning. Yeah, I'm this good. I can be this good. And all you do is you just take off.
0-2 quickly ahead of Raul Ibanez is Daniel McCutchen. Ibanez hitting .240. 6 home runs, 36 RBIs. As a team, the Phillies a .259 average. That's tied for 8th in the National League. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ibanez. On deck, Brian Schneider. Phillies are 5th in the league in homers. They've hit 78. The Pirates next to last, just to give you a comparison. 50 home runs hit by Pittsburgh. Ball popped up, foul territory. Alvarez over. And almost.
A leaner. Taking a quick look to find out where he is with the railing.
When a Bucko fan got a hand in there, Alvarez might have made that catch. Might have. A tough one.
He'll learn too as he goes over on that plate to find the railing with that right hand and use that as balance and knowing where you are to reach in. That's kind of a holding thing. You find that rail and then you go about your work of trying to find it. But
strikeout.
It's okay.
Completed on the changeup. 2-3. Back-to-back Ks now for McCutchen. There's a Brian Schneider.
Well, I did love Brad Lincoln's curveball yesterday. And I'm sure Joe Kerrigan is going to monitor the fact sometimes pitchers will fall in love with off-speed stuff for the very simple reason it's more fun than to just try to throw the ball by somebody. You trick them, you make them look bad. There's a little subconscious devil in the back of your mind that attracts you to that sort of thing, and you can't get caught up in trying to do it all the time because his fastball is too good. And he's 6 foot 210. I keep thinking he's bigger. Brad Lincoln looks bigger than that to me.
Looked bigger than that to Cubs hitters too yesterday. Fastball misses to Brian Schneider. 2 outs, nobody on. Now McCutchen falls behind 3-0. Carlos Ruiz on the disabled list with a concussion, so Schneider getting playing time. The Parrot is back after his trip from Philadelphia. 3-1 on the veteran left-hand hitting catcher Brian Schneider. And now a full count. This is McCutchen's second start since being recalled for the second time this season. He made 3 starts in April, sent down to the minor leagues, pitching for AAA Indy. Off speed.
How about that?
Struck out the side.
Thank you very much.
Daniel McCutchen. Couple zeros on the board. 0-0 Bucks Phils. across the state of Pennsylvania made the 350-mile charity drive starting on Monday. Got back in time for this one. Returned yesterday afternoon, raising funds and awareness for prostate cancer research. The Pirate Parrot left Philadelphia on Monday. You can make donations to the Cruise for a Cure visiting thepirates.com/cruise. We got indications from the Parrot that he was reaching up to 70 miles per hour on that motorbike, Steve.
Well, he's always been quick.
Yeah.
The greening of Pennsylvania.
That's right. Let's go Bucks. Let's go green. 1 year anniversary for this man, Garrett Jones.
And certainly gets high grades for his first year.
Speaking of that, let's do our day automotive this day in Pirates history. July 1st, 2009, Garrett Jones, his major league debut, and in 159 games over this past year, 289 hitter, 511 slugging percentage, 31 homers, 91 RBIs. That's a good year's work.
Absolutely. So right now behind Cole Hamels 1 and 2 in a kind of a defensive mode right now. And Hamels can be that dominating. And he's got his act going.
He has struck out 3 in a row. '91 strikeouts now on the year for Hamels.
And he's dealing, that looked like a cutter or a slider. He's dealing at 94, 95. So anything off that is going to be effective in and around the strike zone, because you've got to get that bat start a little early for 94, 95. And sometimes you commit to that fastball, you don't get it. Creates an awkward swing.
Ball 1, Lastings Millage.
You know, Greg, so many times you guys come home and we're looking at a miserable weather weekend or dire forecast. Well, I'll tell you, it is going to be spectacular around this area the whole weekend. So come on out and let the Pirates be part of your 4th of July weekend and all the festivities that go in and around it. The regatta going on 4th of July, and just a spectacular setting for all that we're going to have going on right around here this weekend.
73 degrees currently. Forecast Daniel's big night. And a base hit for Lastings Millage. Lastings Millage hitting close to 400 his last 13 games. His 13th start in right field. As he rips one to right center.
And I think, you know, as little as we really know about Lastings Millage, he seems like the kind of young man that when he gets going, it just carries him. It energizes him. And, well, he seems to have that little spark right now with this role that he's on.
Doman 3 for 7. Previous matchups against Cole Hamels, batting .185 from this side of the plate this season. 15 hits and 81 at bats. He was 0 for 2 yesterday against the left-handed starter Tom Gorzolani.
Well, they are really respecting the power and potential of Ryan Doman in left field. Abanya is as deep as I've seen any left fielder in a normal situation. And Victorino is back there, not all that far from the warning track.
Doman homered on Tuesday night against lefty Ted Lilly at Wrigley Field from this side of the plate. Millage back rather routinely. Millage 4 steals and 7 tries this year. One ball, 2 strikes on Doman. Here you see the split. 305 from the left side, 185 from this side of the plate. For the switch hitting Pirates catcher. Last year, Domet hit .266 against lefties, .244 against righties. Stays 2-2. There's no doubt this year you're better off. You got better chances against Hamels from this side of the plate. Cole Hamels, because left-handed hitting, minuscule 179 batting average for lefties against Cole Hamels. Righty's batting .281 against him. 2-2 the count. Hamels, Steve mentioned the 18 home runs he has allowed this season. That he's in the top 5 given up in the National League. To give you some idea, he gave up 24 all of last year, but already this season has given up 18 dingers. And 3-2.
I had a chance to take a look at the grip as he gets ready to take his sign, gets ready to pitch. I always see that shot, and we might have a chance to see it again as he looks into Schneider, his catcher. Take a look. Now, do you have a hold on the baseball? Do you hold the baseball, or does the baseball have a hold on you? That's the ultimate question they ask every ball player.
It stays 3-2.
You usually take a grip on the ball that you can adjust from. In other words, you take a fast. If you have trouble getting a curveball grip, you usually keep that grip, that curveball, because you can change easily to the fastball grip. So you'll start with something you can adapt from. It almost looks like a curveball grip there. Easier to change from the curveball grip to fastball than the opposite.
Runner goes, and it's pulled foul.
And there's some guys that won't show you anything. They'll have that ball so far on the glove that.
How'd you do it, by the way? What was your MO?
I always went from a curveball grip to a fastball. I thought it was tougher to find that grip I wanted for the curveball during the course of taking my hands up over my head. Yeah, that's a curveball grip. And he'll adjust from that if he wants to do something other than the curveball.
And he walks Domet, putting runners at first and second. First free pass brings up Bobby Crosby. Time running out to vote for your 2010 All-Star selections. You can help send your favorite Pirates to the All-Star game by voting up to 25 times at Pirates.com. Log on to Pirates.com. Cast your ballot tonight. Vote exclusively at Pirates.com. Voting ends at 11:59 tonight, p.m. Get it done now.
This looks like a crisis on the mound. I've never seen so much attention with a two-man, one-out situation in the second inning. They are all there, and it looks pretty intense. Rich Doobie, the pitching coach that fills out, and it's a casting call. Everybody's required. Pretty complimentary to Bobby Crosby, I would say.
So. Crosby left Monday's game with concussion-like symptoms. Last 8 games hitting .407. Had taken over the starting role at short for Ronnie Cedeno. 2 on, 1 out. And ball 1.
Nothing wrong with the control numbers for Cole Hamels. What, some 91 strikeouts to 33 walks? That's almost a 3-to-1 ratio. Must have been a strategy discussion.
1-1. 1 homer, 10 RBIs for Crosby in his first year in the National League. Renewed old acquaintances in Oakland most recent trip. Milledge and Domit the runners with 1 out, a scoreless game. And 2-1 now. Blocked by Schneider. Line to left. Base hit. This will bring home a run. Bobby Crosby with a base hit. Gives the Bucks a 1-0 lead in the second. Milledge comes in.
Nicely done on the 2-1 count. Ibanez, left fielder, wisely getting the ball into second base. That pulls Crosby at first, keeps the double play in order, but Pirates get on the board. Bobby's able to get the hands in far enough that leaves the good part of the bat out in the hitting zone. Nice bit of hitting.
Tony Beasley obviously waving home Milledge. Domit into third. And Crosby with his 11th ribby of the season. And now Andy LaRoche at the plate, trying to avoid hitting into an inning-ending double play at all costs. That's what the Phillies are looking for here. And Safe Auto Insurance reminds you that you are safe at home with Safe Auto, proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for prostate cancer screening and awareness. Early detection is the cure.
Nice for Crosby, too, that the ball wasn't blistered so that Ryan Domit comfortably could get around to third base, seeing everything in front of him.
Carlos Garcia, first base coach. Domit with a free pass and a nice at bat for Domit. Really battled Hamels, drawing that walk. Oh, 2 count. Just got a piece off of Schneider. That one stung. He is in some pain right now. And Schneider, and out comes one of the Philly trainers. Again, they've already lost Carlos Ruiz to a concussion. That one really stung. Boy.
Right in the middle of the major league season, catchers just get pounded all the time. Like that might have got the thumb of the catching hand.
Yeah, definitely got the left hand.
Ryan Domit knows all about that stuff. Phil Cuzzy out there.
Could be the thumb.
Yeah. No, first of all, the major league pitches, they're thrown so hard and they have so much movement. It's so difficult to catch every one of them in the pocket. And left-handers compound that thing. They say that left-handers can't throw a ball straight. If it gets to the middle of the plate, it got there from somewhere. It didn't start there.
Dane Sardina is their backup catcher. And Schneider going to try to continue. Schneider, 33 years old, spent the previous 2 seasons with the Mets. And Sardina on the bullpen.
Yep, there's no doubt the Phillies have been banged up.
0-2 count on LaRoche. A dozen RBIs for him. And again, the infield looks for the inning-ending double play ball from LaRoche, who makes his 3rd straight start at second base. A ball and 2 strikes. LaRoche once for 7 in his career against Hamels.
Trying to find some way to get the ball out of the infield.
Hitting just 136 in his last 17 games. He was glad to see the calendar turn from June to July. A toss over to first base. Neil Walker hoping to return sometime this weekend. What a job he's been doing offensively and defensively at second. Remains 1-2.
That man right there bobbled the ball but stayed with it, kept it in front, never let it hit the ground. Made the catch.
Concentration.
Yep. A little sloppy, but it's an out.
Yep. Popped up, out of play. Stays a ball and 2 strikes on LaRoche.
Yeah, you've got the whole scenario right in front of you. You don't want Andy to fail to get him in, because you got the pitcher coming up next that will allow him, Cole Hamels, to get out of this mess. So this is a critical at bat if you want to add on.
Man, Hamels able to strike him out. A big K for Hamels.
And that sets the stage for Cole Hamels to get out of this. That's what he had to do. He had to keep the ball no further than the infield. And that's keeping it well inside the infield right there. Runners remain at first and third. And now Daniel McCutchen got to find a way to get something done. Big challenge against Cole Hamels. He's got good stuff.
McCutchen has 1 hit this season in 5 at bats, 2 for 16 in his career.
It's funny how the old timers used to phrase it. They used to say, Hamels, he's got the good stuff. Like he's the only one that has it.
Yeah, the good stuff.
The good stuff, yeah. Those old phrases. We're still around back in the day.
Got the good stuff.
He's got the good. He's got the good curveball. He's got the good stuff.
Man, he's able to strike out LaRoche and McCutchen. Pirates get 1 on the base hit by Bobby Crosby. It brought home Lastings Millage from second base and gives the Pirates the 1-0 lead in the second inning. One nothing through 2 innings. The second inning, top half with Daniel McCutchen. He did this, Steve. You had to like it.
Yeah, Jason Worth. Goodbye. Slider. Banez. Yep. Swing the downstairs pitch and then downstairs again. 1, 2, 3. 3 strikeouts in the top of the second. And Cole Hamels matched that. He struck out 3 in the second, but that was in and around the Pirates scoring the first run of the ball game. A lot of strikeouts going on.
Hamels on deck.
The current Philadelphia second baseman, Wilson Valdez, with Chase Utley out with a thumb problem that I think is going to require surgery.
I believe it went
today.
underwent surgery today. Yep.
So that's an extended recovery. And also Placido Polanco out after being hit by a pitch. There aren't too many major league teams during the course of 162 games that don't have to fill in bits and pieces here and there. Sometimes the fill-ins are tough to handle when you've got your big boppers going out.
Need depth throughout a long Major League Baseball season. Valdez originally signed with the Phillies as a minor league free agent this past November. Hit .313 in the spring. Started the year at AAA Lehigh Valley. That didn't last long. He got recalled and added to the 40-man roster in the middle of April when Jimmy Rollins was DL'd for the first of 2 stints on the disabled list. Valdez appeared in 18 games before he was designated for assignment when Rollins returned, and he was not claimed by anybody, so he went back to AAA and then came back up a few days later when Rollins returned to the DL. And he cracks one deep to left center field. Wilson Valdez. Wow. A home run to tie it.
Are you kidding me? Over the 410 sign.
Deepest part of the yard.
That kid's not that big. I don't know how many home runs we've seen directly over that 410 sign. That is
a rarity.
A long tater fastball, and we talked about the potential for home runs tonight as McCutchen gives up his 7th. That ball was hammered.
A base hit for Hamels to left. Valdez with his 4th home run of the season.
And the thing is, that was gone when it left the bat. Tabata just kind of gave it a courtesy trot, maybe to see how far it's going to go. Crushed it.
Valdez, 3 homers in a 9-game stretch in June, including back-to-back June 19th and 20th. Hit a home run and drove in a career-high 4 this past Tuesday. And a strike on Victorino. Man. Wilson Valdez, the 32-year-old native of the Dominican Republic, had 1 big league homer coming into this season.
He's 5'11", 170. Come on.
Dribbler and a fair ball. Dolman able to toss on to get Victorino, moves Hamels to second.
Well, all things considered, you'd rather have Hamels on the base pass than Victorino, but you'd rather have either one of them at first base rather than second, but that's the only play that Ryan Doman had available. You got a pitcher in scoring position that becomes a factor on a kind of a traditional base hit to the outfield. Sam Perlazzo, third base coach for the Phillies, knows that. He knows what he's dealing with.
Greg Dobbs singled his first time. Second baseman LaRoche. 2 down. Hamels goes to third base. Batter Jimmy Rollins. Few names stir the hearts of Pirates fans like Danny Murtaugh. Recapture the feeling of the magical 1960 season in the book Whistling Irishman. Danny Murtaugh Remembered. Written by Danny's granddaughter, Colleen Horanchek. Colleen will be at the Trib Total Media Hall of Fame Club for a book signing as the Bucks take on the Phillies this weekend. Join her Saturday from 7 to 9, Sunday from 1 to 3:30. For more information, call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Whistling Irishman, Danny Murtaugh, remember.
Colleen has done a nice job of that. Had a chance to spend some time with her at a book signing up in Cranberry early in the season. Also, she was down at McKechnie Field in Bradenton. A lot of great memories of Danny Murtaugh. He didn't play for many, but he was the best that I played for. He knew the game, he knew the players.
And he let you play, didn't he?
He just let you play. If you were good enough, you're going to win. Professional respect.
Three and one on Rollins with Ryan Howard on deck. Wilson Valdez leads off this third inning with a home run. The man filling in at second base for Chase Utley.
Tail of the tape, about 420 feet, 430 feet.
Ground ball to first. A drop, but time for Jones to recover and toss to McCutchen. Wilson Valdez hits the home run to tie it. Go to the bottom of the third. Got our AGH Sports injury update. We're talking earlier about Neil Walker, who suffered that concussion on Friday against the Athletics. Fielded ground balls at second base today before the game, and they're talking as if probably Saturday he could make his return. That's good news. He won't have to wind up on the disabled list. Neil Walker suffered that concussion on the road trip this past Friday. Tonight's injury update brought to you by Allegheny General Hospital Sports Medicine, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates. He is anxious, of course, to get back. Jose Tabata. Ryan Church is back and ready to go. They've got Neil Walker down there, but he would not pinch hit. Ball, one strike. Alvarez to follow, then McCutchen. One and two, second time through the order now for Cole Hamels.
And he is still creating some awkward swings. First 6 outs, 5 strikeouts. and stays alive, but again, a lot of defensive swings, so he is on his game at this point. When you're taking your swings and just trying to stay alive and very defensive, it's tough to hit. You don't drive the ball very often when you're just trying to stay alive.
Hamels went just 4 innings his last start against the Blue Jays. That was on Saturday night in Philadelphia, and it was a road game for the Phillies.
G2.
Toronto. G20 summit going on in Toronto. They had to play that series in Philadelphia and listed the Phillies as the road team. There's his line through 88 pitches. He's thrown 55 now. First batter in the 3rd inning. And another foul ball out of play. So at the very least, Tabata and a couple others having some extended at bats here against Cole Hamels.
With the 3 home runs given up in that last start.
Mentioned again 18 for the year. Only Ricky Nolasco of the Marlins and Dan Herron of the Diamondbacks have given up more. 19 home runs allowed by those two. And now 3-2 on Tabata.
Yeah, Jose has really worked him both at bats.
Boy, nice.
Yep.
AB there again. Drawing the free pass to start this 3rd inning. Jose Tabata. The second walk allowed by Hamels. Hamels with 5 strikeouts. He got Alvarez in the first. Alvarez 7 for 47 with 4 walks, 23 strikeouts. There's his dad. Oh man, he hits this ball deep. Back Victorino, and it is off the wall. A short hop. This will bring home Tabata as Pedro Alvarez gave that ball a ride, and he gives the Pirates a 2-1 lead in the 3rd.
Any other part of the ballpark, he's got his first home run. This is in the neighborhood of where Wilson Valdez, the 170-pounder, hit it, but Pedro gets a lot of this and shows you what kind of strength he has as he drives it to the deepest part of the ballpark and short hops the wall just to the left of the 410 sign. Everybody liking it, especially that young man.
Pedro Alvarez Sr. That's RBI number 6 in the big leagues for Pedro Alvarez as McCutchen bunts foul.
When you go back to that wonderful at bat by Tabata, could be just a 1-out double. Now it's a run scoring double.
But isn't it fun, Steve, for us and for Pirate fans that are here watching to take a look into what we all hope will be something that happens on a pretty regular basis on many nights here at PNC Park throughout the next several years. Tabata and others reaching base, and Alvarez driving the ball into the gaps and soon over that Clemente wall and right. Displaying some of that power, that raw power. Ball hit to the right side and dropped as Alvarez, maybe not the quickest to foot, but Valdez dropped it, thought about throwing to 3rd, and everybody's safe.
Great break for the Pirates as McCutchen did his job. Pirates don't have to pay the price of 1 out. Yeah, he was looking at 3rd base.
Figured he had a shot there. It was hit hard. McCutchen's crew. Andrew McCutchen with a fan club out here. That error charged to Valdez, his 3rd. And it's 1st and 3rd and no one out. The batter, Garrett Jones.
You know, I had a fan on that theme you're talking about tell me while you guys were on the road, said I'd rather watch players of the future than players of the past. Now, that can't be entirely fair, but I got his point.
That's a great point. I think that's what had frustrated Pirate fans for many years. There really wasn't all that much hope. Dribbled, and this will work like a bunt, moving McCutcheon into scoring position. 1-3 on the putout. Second and third now with one away. What would you say to a chance to see the Dave Matthews Band free here at PNC Park Saturday night, July the 10th? Visit FSNinsider.com under For Fans Only and register for your chance to win 2 tickets to see the show. It's all brought to you by your friends at Live Nation and FSN. Dave Matthews Band going to perform a week from this Saturday, and you could be there for free. Again, go to FSNinsider.com under For Fans Only.
Pivotal point right here, early in the ballgame, third inning, but you got a chance to bust this thing open a little bit.
And chopped off the mound is Hamels, and Alvarez will be tagged out, and not long enough to stay in the rundown for Millage to go to second. The Phillies did everything right there. A little tapper as Hamels gets Millage. And Alvarez is out. McCutcheon moves to third. See these players now waving these guys after what happened a few weeks ago when there were 2 men standing on the base. Once you get in the rundown, once it's over, it's over. Tagging out Alvarez. And a word there with, looked like maybe bench coach Gary Varsho. Strike on Domet as Hamels tries to work his way out of it with the Pirates leading it 2-1.
He's got a chance now. He's doing it against Garrett Jones, Lasting Millage, and Ryan Domet as the Pirates had a run in, and then on second and third, nobody out.
One ball, one strike on Domet. Alvarez, the RBI double. And a pop-up. Second baseman Valdez, the right fielder coming in, Worth. It's Worth who will make the catch. Pirates get one, a walk to Toppleton, a double for Alvarez, and they regain the lead in the bottom of the third inning. After 3, 2-1 Buccos. Park Phillies will come to bat. Ryan Howard will lead things off against Daniel McCutcheon, and that'll lead us to our Barrel Automotive League leaders. Howard, Worth, and Ibanez be coming to the plate in this fourth inning. Ryan Howard with his slugging percentage at .578, good for third in the National League behind Albert Pujols and Manny Ramirez. That's major league leaders. Barrel.com definitely worth the click.
Yep. Everybody's always behind Albert. He's always leading. Got him the first at bat. Change up, followed by another change up. Late swing, easy fly ball. Nice back-to-back work.
And a liner into center. Ryan Howard's base hit, 90th of the year. The big man, 15 homers and 55 RBIs. Those 90 hits, good for 5th in the league.
Sometimes if you hit the ball hard enough, a shift doesn't matter.
Yep, that's what he did.
Not too much time to move. For the Pirates, I hope it doesn't come back to haunt them. In business, 1 run in, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and that was it.
On a strike on Jason Worth. Ross Ollendorf charting pitches, getting ready for his start tomorrow. 1-2 on Worth. His grandfather was in town last time the Pirates were here, PNC Park, during that 1960s celebration. Ducky Schofield, remember that 1960 Pirates championship team.
Our fans remember what Dick Schofield did the month of September when Dick Groat was hurt. Dick Schofield stepped in and did a terrific job.
Hit over 400 in Groat's absence.
Well, let's hope that McCutchen can get his first win of the year, and Mr. Ollendorf, maybe they can go back to back.
That'd be nice.
Get the monkey off the back.
Takes a seat, 2-2.
Check the heart rate right now. That ball up around the head, that'll get your attention. That ball gets to your head so quickly. It's unbelievable. Let's think this over for a minute. Now, there are sadistic pitchers now that will throw you the slow curve or the nasty slider after that.
I wonder if that's coming now. A breaking ball. A breaking ball and a strike 3. Worth doesn't think that was a proper call, perhaps, but he got him.
And that was, yeah, maybe a breaking ball, but a bad one, up and in. And that ball, that's the kind of ball that can be hit a long way. Maybe he saw a spin on it and just left it off his list of attempts, or just thought it was going to stay inside. Daniel gets the call.
4 strikeouts for Daniel McCutchen. And toward the gap in left center field, and McCutchen will be there. 2 outs in the 4th inning. Time to enjoy tonight's Cabot Woodstein legendary performance. It was on this date, July 1st, 1951. Indians' Bob Feller becomes the 3rd pitcher in Major League history to pitch 3 career no-hitters in a 2-1 win over Detroit. Tigers score their run on an error, stolen base, an errant pickoff throw, and a sacrifice fly. Tonight's legendary performance sponsored by Cabot Woodstein. Of course, later Nolan Ryan would pass everybody with 7 no-nos.
Bob Feller still getting around, still puts a uniform on. He's around some Indian functions.
Dane Sardina is going to bat now for Schneider, who could not continue after taking that foul tip off what appeared to be his left thumb. We'll Sure get official word from the Phillies clubhouse, but it's another man down for Charlie Manuel. So Sardina pinch hitting, in case you missed this injury to Schneider. It was during LaRoche's at bat. Foul ball off the mitt.
It looks like it could be a bad thumb injury. Was it Chase Utley is out with his thumb surgery.
One ball, one strike count on Dane Sardina. Made 3 starts for the Phillies. And his contract selected from Lehigh Valley June 19th. He's hitting .254 at AAA. Ball, one strike. Howard rarely is on the move. One attempted steal this season and caught. 2-1 on the native of Honolulu, Hawaii. 31-year-old Dane Sardina. Last couple years with the Tigers. Also played with the Reds for a time. Popped it up. Pedro Alvarez in foul territory. And that'll do it. Leadoff hit for Howard. He is left stranded. It's a 2-1 Pirates lead after 3.5 at PNC Park in Pittsburgh.
.2010 Pirates Baseball on FSN Pittsburgh is brought to you by Meadows Racetrack and Casino.
Thursday night baseball, Pirates Phillies. 4-game homestand will continue tomorrow night. Saturday night, some single tickets and standing room available. And then Sunday afternoon, 4th of July, homestand will conclude. Bucks hit the road, then the All-Star break. Pirates leading 2-1. These two clubs met in Philadelphia, a brief 2-game series in mid-May. Pirates lost game 1 12-2, and then one of their better games of the year, 2-1 to beat Roy Halladay. On May the 18th, Dane Sardina takes over behind the plate for Brian Schneider. Bobby Crosby singled in a run in the second. And 0-2 on Crosby. Bottom third of the order. Reaching out softly, hit to second. Time to check out tonight's AT&T Mobility Trivia question. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Rethink possible. Cole Hamels, the fifth player to win 2 postseason MVP awards in the same year. Who were the other 4? Ground ball, base hit for LaRoche. That will allow McCutchen to try and bunt him to second. Well, didn't Willie Stargell win an NLCS MVP and the World Series? So he's won.
And the co-MVP of the season with Keith Hernandez. And that's shared it.
Base hit for LaRoche. McCutchen takes a strike. And I wonder if Livan Hernandez won
for the Marlins. Yes,
Marlins. I wonder if he won
I would go along
an
with that.
LCS and a World Series. One ball, one strike on Daniel McCutchen.
So that's the 2 of the 4 others.
Well, of course, I'm guessing with the. I'm certain of the Stargell one.
Yep. That's a fishing expedition you don't need a license for.
Yeah. He's certain he's doing bunting, right? Sardino will toss to first. McCutchen gets the job done. 2-4 on the sacrifice. LaRoche into scoring position. And it's Jose Tabata, who won it in '71. Clemente the World Series, but do you remember who?
I was just thinking of that. What about
Bob Robertson? I bet.
What about the big unit, Randy Johnson?
That's a good one. With the Diamondbacks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Schilling? Red Sox?
Good call.
No, there's a Red Sox pitcher.
That was not Schilling.
That was not Schilling. Not Derek Lowe. I'm almost certain there was a Boston Red Sox pitcher that was involved that way.
Headed up the middle, a base hit for Tabata. He's having quite a night, even though the box score will show just 1 for 2 with an RBI. But the way he's battled Hamels in all 3 plate appearances, he has played a huge role in this one. The Pirates take a 3-1 lead.
That's a beautiful thing right there. You talk about efficiency. 1 out base hit, sacrifice, and another base hit. Kind of getting the bad taste out of your mouth for the frustration of having runners on second and third, and with nobody out, can't get them in. Nicely done. Nice little bit of machinery there.
Fundamental baseball. Jose Tabata, 5 RBIs now for him. Alvarez drove in his 6th with that double into the gap in left center field in the 3rd.
Well, you look at bits and pieces for a youngster coming up with such great promise and our hope that he'll be very, very good. Hit a ball like that against a quality left-hand pitcher. I mean, just torch it out to the big part of the ballpark. That's just a little shot in the arm. It'll feel good at bat.
0-2. Jason Steele, who works in our trailer, tells us that Tabata has seen 20 pitches tonight. That is working it from the leadoff role.
And a high percentage of those 20 the first 2 at bats.
Hamels approaching 80 pitches, and he picks off Tabata. Tabata is caught stealing. And yikes. That is not good.
Well, that's how Chase Utley got hurt.
In some pain.
It's like a hand injury.
Jose Tapita going into second base. We'll take a closer look when we come back. Pirates lead 3-1. Yep. It's the best news we could have hoped for there.
Wonder if he got stepped on.
Let's see if we can see here.
Watch the foot there. Oh, he's got. Well.
Yep.
Yep. He got stepped on.
Got a cleat. We're talking about Chase Utley, who had to undergo surgery today. This injury took place when Utley was going into second to avoid a tag.
It's the right hand. Well, was it the left hand that got hurt? Did he?
Right.
Right on the base.
Tapita stays in the ball game. Caught stealing after the base hit. Watch again. Jimmy Rollins' left foot comes down on Tapita's left hand. So he's all right. And a 3-1 Pirates lead thanks to Tapita's RBI that brought home LaRoche. Out of the fifth inning. Wilson Valdez hit the home run to lead off the third. The well-traveled Wilson Valdez, who before this season had 342 major league at-bats. As he takes the ball, and keep in mind he just hit his fourth home run in his 136th at-bat this season. But he had, coming into this year, one major league homer in time with the White Sox, Mariners, Padres, Dodgers, and Mets. Bounce to third.
And Daniel McCutcheon just got away with one there. That was a very hittable pitch that Valdez missed. That is upstairs. Valdez knows that one got away.
Hamels singled following the Valdez home run. Bounces this ball to short. 2 outs. AT&T trivia question regarding the postseason MVPs. We talked about Willie Stargell won the National League Championship Series Most Valuable Player Award against the Reds, and then the MVP of the World Series against Baltimore. Who are the others aside from Cole Hamels, Willie Stargell? Darrell Porter in 1982. The Cardinals, Orel Hershiser for the Dodgers in 88, and Livan Hernandez in 97.
You know, I was thinking of the Red Sox guy got the last outs. I guess he got a save or a win. Just finished it up.
Was it Derek Lowe, the guy you're thinking of? Probably, right?
I think. Let's go with it.
Let's hope so, yeah.
Darrell Porter in 82.
Victorino has bounced out twice.
Kevin Falk, pitcher for the Red Sox.
Keith Falk.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah.
They're twins.
Sure.
Keith was a left-hander. Maybe not.
Pretty sure right-hander. 1-2 count on Victorino. 2-2.
Chance for a tidy inning for Dan. 2 quick outs, and now working on the switch hitter Victorino.
Be a tough play. It's a fair ball, and he throws it past first. Nicely done. Let's see if they can tag Victorino. Did he turn towards second? No. A nice job by LaRoche back there.
And Dan might have been better served by letting that ball go foul, taking a chance. I don't think he had much of a chance for an out. It's just too much traffic.
Yeah, that would have been a stellar play had he made it.
Is this ball going to spin foul?
Looked like it.
There was a pitcher this year that went over to foul territory and just scooped the ball back. Make a play at first base. Made all the highlight reels.
Mark Burley.
Yep.
The no look between the legs, backhand.
I think it was Keith Falk.
you want him in an answer somewhere, don't you?
I want him to be the answer of some trivia. Big lead. And wise step off.
16 steals for Victorino this year in 18 attempts. And there he goes. And the throw will not get him. Stolen base, number 17.
And throughout the evening, when the Phillies have done something good, there's noise in this ballpark. There's a lot of people that made the trip over from Philadelphia with a parrot.
17 steals for Victorino in 19 tries this year. Now in scoring position for Greg Dobbs. Always a large number of fans from the other side of the state. And likewise when the Pirates play in Philadelphia.
These Philly people want to come over and see the ballpark. Legitimate ballpark.
It's a gem.
And it's not a bandbox.
No. Very fair. And nicely done by LaRoche, and he's good. Oh, no! Garrett Jones can't make the play, and Victorino doesn't stop. He scores. And had the runner Dobbs been looking, he'd be at second base. In that regard, the Pirates get a break. A nice stop by LaRoche, and you can see Garrett Jones gearing up for the throw in the dirt. Not able to pick it. A 3-2 game.
What an effort by Andy at second base. This ball looks like it's heading to center field, thrown back, and I'm not so sure that Garrett had to make the big scoop that time. Maybe he could have just held his ground and taken the hop right in front of him, because that ball bounced way out in front of him. When you have the short hop, you kind of olay the ball. But then it got ugly after that.
Well, as we said, the Pirates get a break, and that Dobbs is not at second, and should have been. LaRoche with a nice stop. A base hit for Dobbs will not get the RBI, and LaRoche will get an error, allowing Victorino to score. Joe Kerrigan went to visit McCutchen. He's gotten 4 ground balls this inning. A dribbler up the first baseline. The Dobbs hit here. And the inning started with a ground ball to third by Valdez and a bouncer to short by Hamels. Single, E4, no RBI.
Many times in a short hop, you'll have to make that kind of sweep, kind of scoop as a first baseman. But I would bet if you ask Garrett, he could have held his ground and taken that a different way defensively. It's there. Now it's 3-2. And Daniel McCutchen with 2 quick outs might have been in 3 or 4 pitches. And now the extended top of the 5th. Good to keep track of Dobbs now, because once you steal a base on your first attempt, it'll lead to thinking about continuing to run until you have somebody thrown out.
One count on Rollins. Fly ball to right center, and the center fielder McCutchen has it measured and makes the catch. Phillies score an unearned run against Daniel McCutchen, and the Pirates lead is 3-2 heading to the bottom of the 5th. Garrett Jones in the dugout, upset with himself. He was not able to make that pick. Air charge to LaRoche after the 9th stop. Pedro Alvarez was at the plate when Tabata was caught stealing. Pirates lead by 1, 5th inning. Tabata doubled into the gap in left center field in the 3rd. Short hop the wall. Drove in Tabata. Struck out his first time against Cole Hamels.
So Hamels shows Pedro the soft stuff at 74 miles an hour. Let's see what he comes back with after that. Yeah, 92 miles an hour. So there's the contrast, the soft stuff setting up the hard stuff.
Tomorrow, game 2 of this 4-game rivalry, 4-game series between the Pirates and Phillies. Zach Duke holding up the ice cream bowl that all fans will get tomorrow night. Courtesy of Pirates.com. For tickets, visit Pirates.com. Game 2 of the series tomorrow night at 7:05. Ross Ollendorf goes for the Bucks. Jamie Moyer for Philadelphia. Andrew McCutchen has struck out, reached on an error. Nice look. A lot of stuff happening around Pittsburgh this 4th of July weekend. And we're kicking it off tonight. The Pirates and the Phillies. Steve Reich, 3. 7 Ks for Hamels.
Andrew not happy with Mr. Guccione. Chris Guccione calling the balls and strikes. Borderline call that the home team will get sometimes, and sometimes they won't get it.
Home plate umpire Chris Guccione, Mike Estabrook at first, Brian Onora at second, Phil Cuzzi at third.
He's trying to make the point, not necessarily that the home team will get calls, but he's trying to make the point sometimes you'll get it and sometimes you won't get it.
Phillies probably feel that Daniel McCutchen got a called third strike off Guccione. That 4th inning, Jason Worth at bat. 1-2 count now on Jones. And Pirates bullpen, DJ Carrasco and Javier Lopez. The way they're working, you'd think that that's it for Daniel McCutchen.
Well, he is qualified for a win. He's gone 5 innings. He's given up a couple of runs, 1 unearned run.
He's only thrown 73 pitches. Well, maybe he'll start this 6th inning, and if he gets in any trouble, they'll call the bullpen right away. We'll find out soon enough. As Hamels strikes out the 3 batters he faces, Pirates still lead by 1. Pirates Phillies 3-2 Bucks lead it. 6th inning. Daniel McCutchen faces Ryan Howard to start the 6th. Howard has flied to center and singled to center. Again, that overshift.
And have you ever been around a game that seems to be so much up in the air? Pirates have a 1-run lead, but
nothing decided.
There is nothing up for grabs.
One ball, one strike on Howard. And with that man in shallow right field, the shift works.
You can score it 9-3 or 4-3, however you want to score it.
We'll go 4-3.
Yeah.
Playing shallow right.
They don't always beat the shift. He did last at bat. Doesn't hear it.
Andy LaRoche made one start 3 years ago as a Dodger at second. Now has made 3 straight as a Bucko, getting Ryan Howard. Jason Worth has struck out twice.
You know, there's a reason people put the shift on. It's based on a resume. So, you know, there is some thought and reason behind it. You just don't say, all right, let's shift. There's a history.
And they pour over those numbers where those balls are hit. And this one off of Alvarez's glove. Looks like he kind of let the ball play him there. Worth reaches.
You know the old adage, you give every team just 3 outs. When you start giving teams 4 outs, you are asking for problems. Exactly right. Yep. Let the ball play him.
John Russell's going to go to the bullpen now with the left-hand hitter Ibanez at the plate. And a runner at first base. 1 out in the 6th. McCutchen gets 1 out. Probably should have had 2 in this 6th inning. He will leave, and it's up to the Pirates bullpen. Columbia Gas 811 call to the pen.
Five and a third has given up 2 runs, one of which is earned to this point. 6 hits, did not walk a batter, and struck out 4. He can win it, he cannot lose it. Javier Lopez has hit a road bump here, recent outings, last 4 2/3 innings, over 7 appearances, given up 3 earned runs.
Last time out on Tuesday, 2/3 of an inning against the Cubs at Wrigley, gave up a hit, no runs, struck out 1. Ibanez has struck out and flied out. Now faces the lefty. Ball one.
Ibanez has bounced into 9 double plays.
That would be nice. Worth 4 steals and 5 tries. Ibanez hitting .224 against left-handed pitching. Overall average coming in .240. There you have it, updated. All these numbers the managers have at their fingertips.
If they don't have it right with them, their coaches do. You know, Joe Kerrigan knows what his pitchers do and what hitters do against his pitchers. Don Long, same information on his side about his hitters, how they fare against certain matchups.
Two and two. Veteran lefty Javier Lopez. Dane Sardina on deck. Misses. 3 and 2. In 10 days, Lopez will turn 33. Spent the last 4 seasons with the Red Sox. Signed as a free agent this winter. Chopper towards short. Crosby will toss to second for 1, and that's all they will get as Worth tried to topple LaRoche. The lead man is erased.
An effort by Andy, but really not much chance to get anything going at first base. Now John Russell going to make one more change. Try to keep the Phillies off the board here in the top of the 6th.
DJ Carrasco coming on to face Dane Sardina. Columbia Gas 811 call to the pen. We talked to LaRoche the other day about one of the tougher aspects of playing this new position.
I really haven't had the opportunity with a base runner coming in yet, so that's probably going to be the biggest thing, is trying to stay out of the way, save my knees on, a double play when they try to take me out, but just trying to stay behind the bag and, trying to get that turn right, and like you said, the pivot, and then just trying to get out of the way of that runner whenever he's come barreling in.
You saw LaRoche, after making the play, had that kind of wry smile. Well, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do. When you get good with that pivot, it's almost a rhythm. It's a flow, and it's not the easiest thing to do. It's a lot of repetition and a lot easier for the shortstop to come across second base heading toward first than second baseman to hold his spot there.
Runner goes and got a huge jump. Thome wouldn't have had a chance anyway. Raul Ibanez has his second steal in 3 tries this season.
Yep, and there's another example that you don't run very much, but if you get the opportunity and nobody's been thrown out yet, you're going to take off. You're down a run, chance to get in scoring position. Easy for Raul that time.
That's something else that the manager has to consider when he makes a pitching change, and certainly John Russell was doing that. Lifting the lefty Lopez to face Dane Sardina, realizing that Carrasco not real adept at holding runners, and that was a possibility for the Phillies to swipe second.
Yep, now they're talking over the fact that I think there might have been a missed sign there, or a miscommunication. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he crossed him up. Carrasco crossed up Ryan Doman, so don't blame the catcher on that one. When you get crossed up as a catcher, you have the opportunity to make a save. That's how you classify it. It may look sloppy on the catcher's end, but he's saving his pitcher.
Fly ball to center. McCutchen will make the catch. So after all that, the Phillies do not score in the top of the 6th inning, and the Pirates still lead it by 1 at PNC Park. Cam, and back in the 3rd inning. We'll see this play. Ball hit back to the pitcher, and Pedro Alvarez was off of third base trying to get in a rundown to keep it long enough for Millage to go to second. He did not. You see the runner at third, Andrew McCutchen, waving him away. Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. McCutchen was involved in a play back first week of May against the Cardinals when he was at third base, and Andy LaRoche had gone off the bag, and LaRoche, once he stayed in the rundown long enough to allow Garrett Jones, the batter, to go to second, his job was done. He goes back to third. Now he thinks he's out, but it's always the preceding runner's bag, so it's still LaRoche's bag.
Yep.
But he wanders off.
Yeah, the crime is is not to have both men on one base. That's not a problem. But when you leave the base and it belongs to you, then you're vulnerable to be tagged out. So young players, don't get this wrong. It's okay. I mean, it's not great, but if two guys are on the base, they're not both out automatically. There's only one guy that's going to be called out. The problem for the Pirates in that situation was the wrong runner left the base.
Now Millage drives one to center. Victorino will make the catch. Three-two Pirates lead, bottom of the sixth.
And we're still creeping along, nursing a one-run lead here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Daniel McCutcheon goes the 5 1/3, giving up a couple of runs, one of which is earned, the 6 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. One of the reasons this game feels kind of strange to me is that when Cole Hamels has been right, he's just blowing people away. He's got 8 strikeouts, but he's given up 3 runs. But when he's been good, he's been very, very good.
Third base, Dobbs throws out Doman. 2 outs in the 6th inning. Our easytouse.com minor league connection. Indianapolis playing the Columbus Clippers at Victory Field in Indianapolis, and Columbus leads that one 4-1. The top farm club of the Cleveland Indians. Altoona, the Pirates AA affiliate, leads the Reading Phillies of the Eastern League 6-1. Hector Jimenez, an all-star, 2 for 3 for Altoona. And in the 7th, Bradenton leads at Charlotte 3-2. A strong night for Calvin Anderson. 0-1 count on Bobby Crosby. RBI single for Crosby in the 2nd. He lined out to second base his last time up against Hamels. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitcher spot is due up 2nd for the Phillies next inning. Of Crosby, and then maybe get on board for LaRoche. Get this Hamels over the 100 pitch mark. Pete Buchanan might be thinking that will be enough.
Nothing doing in the Phillies bullpen right now.
Checks his swing. 2-2. Hamels retired the Pirates in order in the 1st and in the 5th. All slice out of play.
Still in that 92, 93 mile an hour range for Cole Hamels. Reached 94 early in the ball game, but he's closing in on his 100th pitch. That's the marker these days. This will be number 99.
Hit it hard. Victorino back to the track. Makes the catch. The Pirates retired in order. Crosby put a charge into it, but Victorino able to track it down through 6 innings. It's still the Pirates 3, the Phillies 2. you smile. And Joe Kerrigan, John Russell smiling at what Daniel McCutcheon was able to do tonight, and that was to limit the Phillies to 1 earned run in 5 1/3 innings on 6 hits, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Aspindental plays that made you smile. And we talked about this, Steve, at the outset, as the Pirates lead the Phillies 3-2, that maybe these starting pitchers were getting on a roll, and who knows, had Alvarez been able to make the play, and he was charged with the error on the Jason Worth, and maybe McCutcheon goes a full 6.
Yeah, and that keeps that string going. You're talking about in the open that started last Friday, with the starters averaging right around 6 innings.
And over the last 5 games, including tonight, the starting pitchers have given up just 4 earned runs in 32 1/3 innings. That is a 1.11 ERA for the starters over the last 5 games.
Well, that helps the bullpen, and you know, you look back on the first 3 months of the season, the bullpen has been used a lot. There have been a lot of situations where you've had 3 inning saves divided up among 3 pitchers.
Weekly hit foul by Wilson Valdez.
Evan Meek has certainly been a shining star out of the bullpen. He is on to work here in the top of the 7th. McCutcheon and Lopez and Carrasco a 1/3 of an inning each, and now Evan Meek. What did they? Did you just mention it about Schneider? Hyperextended left thumb.
He left the game for taking that foul tip. Valdez takes a while, maybe too long for Meek's liking. Bounce back to Evan Meek.
That's how you get even. Now, if you really want to get even, you just hold on to that ball till the last second and then get it.
I was wondering if he might do that. Yeah.
Make him run.
Yeah.
Just kind of jog over. Wait even longer and just get him out by half a step. Then you've really made a statement.
Pete Mackanin is going to stay with his starter, Cole Hamels, with 1 out in the 7th.
And why not? He's had 6 in a row. Last 2 innings for Hamels, 3 up, 3 down, each of the last 2.
Hamels singled and grounded out against Daniel McCutcheon. Pete Mackanin managing tonight as Charlie Manuel serves his 1-game suspension. Broken bat roller towards second. Two outs quickly here. Celebrate the 4th of July at the ballpark. Pirates host the Phillies. DJ Carrasco shows you that all youngsters receive one of these Stars and Stripes Parrot Build-A-Bears, courtesy of Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. All kids 14 and under get one. Enjoy the family fun zone before the game on Federal Street. Kids run the bases after the game thanks to HK Pretzels this 4th of July. Go to Pirates.com. Very animated DJ Carrasco said might down the road think about after his career maybe take up acting. And they're trying to take it all in tonight from around the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Victorino, count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Now that Sardina is catching 2 players from Hawaii. Now on the field for the Philadelphia Phillies. And a line drive caught. Evan Meek has a 1-2-3 top of the 7th inning. Bucks would like to increase this lead. They're up by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Andy LaRoche starts off the bottom of the 7th inning against Cole Hamels. Now the bullpen working for Philadelphia. Lefty righty combo. And a bouncing ball. Tough little hop, dodge, bobbles and drops. The error charged to him. That's his third.
A chance to move a runner over.
Each club guilty of 2 errors. Ronnie Cedeno is going to run at first base for LaRoche. And Evan Meek is going to be asked to bunt Cedeno over in his first Major League plate appearance.
Yeah, talking to Tony Beasley. What do I do now? I got the bat, I got the helmet. Just point me in the right direction and tell me to bunt.
It's interesting because normally John Russell's recipe, when the team has a lead and the ball is bunted, and Meek does the job. How about that?
Nicely done.
Evan Meek. The sacrifice works, gets the job done. His first Major League plate appearance is a sacrifice bunt. Do you keep the baseball, Steve, in this situation?
No.
But the reason this is interesting is that Meek usually pitches the 7th. Then you give the ball to Hanrahan in the 8th, and then Notel in the 9th. I wonder if Russell wants to stay away from one of those two.
Well, you also had
2 innings out of Meek.
Fairly efficient top of the 7th for Evan. Hamels wants to go over some signs, or he wants to talk to Sardina.
Evan Meek, the sacrifice bunt. Be interesting to watch how John Russell plays this thing out. I have to believe he wants to stay away from either Hanrahan or Dotel tonight, because otherwise he could have used Cedeno as a pinch hitter to bunt LaRoche over. You see, the Pirates can take advantage. Tabata,
knowing he was going to stay in the ballgame.
Ball 1 on Tabata.
Maybe just kind of like the way Evan Meek handled the top of the 7th.
True, except that this probably, you would think, that he's probably either using him 2 innings tonight, give him the night off tomorrow.
Yep, switch him
That
around.
all comes into play for these managers. They work these bullpens. Almost, again, on almost every occasion, that's the way Russell plays it. Bucks look for insurance here. Tabata 2 extended at bats against Hamels, and he will fly out to left, and into left center. Victorino makes the catch. Two outs up to Pedro Alvarez. Alvarez has struck out twice and doubled to left center. This will be Alvarez's 4th at bat against one pitcher. Going back and looking at his time in the big leagues, his short time in the major leagues for Pedro Alvarez. This is, I believe, the first time he'll see one pitcher in 4 at bats.
Last time up, Hamels worked him with an off-speed pitch for the 2nd strike, and then just came back with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball and struck him out for the 2nd time tonight.
0-1, and it is indeed the first time Alvarez has faced one pitcher 4 times in a game. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, does that give him An advantage?
Well, it creates more comfort. I mean, you've seen him now. You've seen the delivery where the ball comes out of his hand, and so you've probably got a more comfortable feel. But he's still a quality left-hander.
And he takes the fastball for a strike. $25,323 on hand tonight for game 1 of this 4-game series. Tickets available for tomorrow night's game. Ice cream bowls given away to all fans. Single tickets available Saturday night and some standing room. And then tickets also available for Sunday's homestand finale. 1-2 the count.
Love to get a little breathing room here.
Two and two.
Boy, a tough pitch to take. 2-strike situation. You don't want to look at a call 3rd strike.
This will be pitch number 110 for Cole Hamels. Stays 2-2 on Alvarez. This was the at-bat where he doubled in the 3rd inning. Scoring Tabata. Giving Alvarez 6 runs batted in. Ball popped up and playable. Dobbs in foul territory. Makes the catch. Pirates do not take advantage of the error on Dobbs. On to the 8th we go. Pirates still up 3-2.
Rethink possible. And by Day Automotive, we're going to make your day.
Beautiful night for baseball in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pirates and Phillies meeting. For the 3rd time this season, they split a 2-game series in Philly. Cole Hamels has given up the 3 runs on 5 hits. Ronnie Cedeno stays in the game to play short. And Bobby Crosby moves from short to second. Pirates need 6 outs. 2, 3, 4 hitters in the lineup. Dobbs, then Rollins and Howard.
Limited offense, trying to run the table, trying to take this one away and sneak into the night.
1 out. 3-1 on the put out. We've talked about this for a couple of weeks now. A chance for you to pick up Burton Morris Maz artwork, the Maz double play lithograph. There are only 250 of these available. Each lithograph numbered and hand signed by both Burton Morris, the pop artist, and Bill Mazeroski. Available for a $500 contribution to Pirates charities. And the Maz double play posters that you see on the right of your screen, available for a $10 contribution to Pirates charities. Posters can be obtained at the PNC Park, in the Majestic Clubhouse store, and at Pirates Outfitters home plate store, or online at pirates.com/MazArt. You can also call 1-877-MAZ-1960. The Maz double play lithographs, only 250 available. Or the Maz double play posters. Check it out on pirates.com/MazArt. Strike called on Jimmy Rollins. 0 for 3 against the starter, Daniel McCutchen.
Had a chance to see Bill Mazeroski yesterday, Greg. We were at the Darrell Hess Homestead Lions charity fundraiser, which Darrell Hess does such a good job. Yep. He works harder than anybody for that part of the Pittsburgh neighborhood. Tip of the cap to Darrell Hess. Absolutely. They had a great day out to Westwoods.
Meek looking for 2 more outs. Just a 1-run lead against, even without Utley and Polanco, still a top-notch offense.
Absolutely.
And especially the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Rollins, Howard, and Worth.
Folks got the wave going here, trying to kick in this second out of the 8th inning.
McCutchen coming in, diving try, can't make the catch, and Rollins heads to second. A double for Jimmy Rollins.
Andrew's down on one knee, getting up slowly. If Andrew can't get to that kind of play, nobody can. Kind of a bouncy landing in center field. Just died too shallow.
Trying to keep it in front of him, not able to do that. It trickles behind him. Once that happens, Rollins is at second.
Yep, that opens the door. If he keeps it in front, it might not make that decision. By the way, Greg, also had a chance this week, kind of busy while you guys were gone. John Chalice Foundation golf fundraiser out at Chartiers, and what a nice job those folks do raising money for the John Chalice. We all remember how he captured the baseball world.
Yeah, absolutely. Brave young man.
Yep. Nice turnout. Well done by the foundation and the family. You see those folks again.
Great cause. Joe Kerrigan pays a visit to Evan Meek, and now it's Meek against Ryan Howard.
How about this matchup?
Yeah.
Power against power. Got a lot of power, 60 feet, 6 inches away from each other.
Ball 1.
Crosby out on the grass. Daniel has to kind of hold his position, keep track of Jimmy Rollins. 1 out. You don't want to get him over to third base, so Evan Meek has to keep track of him. And Rollins sneaking away to a pretty sizable lead. Good idea, just let them know you're thinking about them. I'll tell you, there is a crowd of over 25,000 into this ball game tonight.
One ball, no strikes on Ryan Howard. Wave and a miss.
Pulled the string, didn't get the fastball that he's looking for, way out in front. I don't think Ryan wants to see the video of that swing.
Rollins a double. Would score on a hit through the infield. You can't shift like you normally do with a runner at second. With Ryan Howard at the plate.
Again, not giving him the fastball. That was the third baseman up where the shortstop is. Don't think you want to do that. The runner that could walk over to third base.
2-1 the count.
A little more honest.
Two.
Still staying away from the fastball. Now, after a couple of off-speed pitches, will they go upstairs with the heat, try to get him to chase a fastball that he's been waiting and looking for? Many times you'll see the catcher, if that target goes up over waist high, that's what you're going to see Evan Meek throwing. Let's take a look at the glove of Ryan Doumit.
Cedeno and Doumit going to go out to talk with Evan Meek. Joe Harrigan and John Russell.
Is it time for the fastball? Nope, not yet.
3-2 now on Ryan Howard.
This is when it really gets down to pitching and hitting now, because Ryan Howard wants to swing at a fastball. Meek's got a great fastball. It's still his #1 pitch. But do you give in and throw it? And that's the game.
He got him.
He did not give in and throw the fastball. Got him to chase a ball down out of the strike zone with a breaking ball. And that takes nerve. Let's take a look at this at bat. Big out. Meek gets Howard.
Got him to swing on that pitch in the dirt. 1-1. Now it's 2-1, Steve.
Yep. And then the off-speed pitch call. Strike downstairs again, and then stays downstairs with a breaking ball. Not all sliders, not all changeups, the mix, but no fastballs.
Now he faces Jason Worth with that tying run in scoring position.
And he's liking that slider right now. It takes some discipline to not just give him go with your best pitch, which is your heat, your 94, 95 mile an hour fastball.
Two and 0.
There it was. He's trying to get a little extra there. 96 miles an hour.
Always confident in Evan Meek, and to the point tonight where this is Meek's inning for sure. Again, not to belabor the point, but it's all Meek. No sign of Hanrahan. Dotel usually the ninth. 2-1.
And he is reaching back and getting a little extra there. 95 on the gun.
Worth struck out twice looking against Daniel McCutchen, then reached on a Pedro Alvarez error in the 6th. What a job Evan Meek has done this season.
On the gun, followed by a nice slider at 84 miles an hour. That's two quality pitches right there. Advantage now, Evan Meek.
The battle between,
but you got to finish the deal.
Meek and Worth, the Pirates and the Phillies. Pirates fans and Philly fans here at PNC Park. Full count.
Ibanez in the on deck circle.
This 4-game series, the road ahead, is brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward, Jamie Moyer, 47 years old, goes for win number 10 tomorrow for Philadelphia. Ross Ollendorf looks for his first win of the year. Kyle Kendrick against Paul Mahalam on Saturday night and Sunday afternoon. The homestand concludes. Joe Blanton for the Phils against Jeff Karstens. Ollendorf watches.
And high drama here in the 8th inning. Evan Meek, Worth, 1-run ball game.
Takes ball 4, 2 on. And Raul Ibanez. Jason Worth batting only 186 in these situations. Men in scoring position. Ibanez much better. 277. Pirates up by 1, 2 outs. Rollins and Worth aboard. Ibanez with 36 RBIs on the year. Struck out against Daniel McCutchen his first at bat, flied out in the 4th inning, and then bounced out against the lefty Lopez in the 6th. Strike 1, 96.
That was kind of an effortless 96. That wasn't a rear back and grunt and everything just really grinded. It just free flowing, nice finish. Didn't have to work is hard on that one for the speed.
One ball, one strike. .38-year-old Raul Ibanez facing Evan Meek. And a fly ball to left, Tabata back. And Tabata there. And a fired up Evan Meek strands 2 runners. Buccos keep the lead as Meek watches Tabata squeeze the fly ball by Ibanez. Light, cold, hard blast. I'll take you back. Last year, Andrew McCutchen against the Phillies and Brad Lidge. The walk-off, August 25th, 2009, and the Michael Jordan slam dunk into the pile. That's the cold, hard blast brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Punch's crew on hand as Andrew McCutchen will lead off here against
Jose Contreras,
veteran right-hander.
Hamels goes the first 7, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits. He walked 2, struck out 8. Numbers for Jose: 29th appearance, 2.28 ERA, and striking out more than innings pitched.
Bounce to short, and in the dirt, picked by Howard. Hutchin 0 for 4. 1 down in the bottom of the 8th inning.
And the Phillies have out-hit the Pirates 7-5. But the Pirates kind of squeezed out those 3 runs early in the ballgame. Not much offense, but they're still hanging on to that 1-run lead.
Pete Buchanan managing for the suspended Charlie Manuel. Garrett Jones 0 for 3 against the lefty Hamels. Now faces the veteran right-hander Jose Contreras, 38-year-old Cuban defector.
He's given up a couple home runs, and again, Pirates are leading, but you'd love to see a little bit of breathing room. It's been a grind.
make 2 scoreless innings. Dotel loosens in the Pirates' pen. Phillies have the 7, 8, 9 in the order due up. Two one count on Garrett Jones. Jose Contreras had been a starter his whole career. The Phillies using him as a closer. Brad Lidge was out. Line right to Howard. Two down. Pirates up by 1 in the bottom of the 8th inning, and we check out in case you missed it. Brought to you by Mazda. The Rangers have acquired Benji Molina from the Giants and made that deal last night. They sent a reliever and a prospect to San Francisco. Baltimore has interviewed candidates for their managerial job, including Eric Wedge and Rick Dempsey. Justin Masterson of the Indians. They beat the Blue Jays, and he gave up just 1 run in 8 1/3. And Chris Carpenter, as Millage takes a ball, is cleared to throw. There's Charlie Manuel and Scott Profrock, assistant to the general manager. Scott spent some time in the Pirates front office, and a real good guy there, looking over that computer. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Millage 1 for 3 with a run scored. Two 1 count on Millage, 2 outs, nobody on. And that ball pulled foul. A 2-2 count. Contreras, a 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th. Here comes Octavio Dotel. Pirates trying to win game 1 of this 4-game series against the defending National League champions. Pirates leading by 1 by the score of 3-2. Jose Tabata 1 for 3, RBI single, run scored. Pedro Alvarez an RBI double in the 3rd inning. Wilson Valdez accounting for one of the 2 Philly runs with a leadoff homer in the 3rd. The other run against Daniel McCutchen was unearned. It's his game to win. So far, the bullpen has done great work.
Trying to find a way to get this one in the barn, Greg. They've been out hit 7-5. They've made a couple of errors, but they have kept it together, and now they're looking at 3 outs to kind of take one. And that would be a nice one to take the first game of this 4-game set. Maybe just see if you can get on a little bit of a roll. And it's up to this man looking for save number 17. 31 innings, 39 strikeouts for Octavio. And here we go in the top of the 9th inning.
Bullpen asked to get the last 11 outs. Meek got 6 of them. A 1-2-3-7. Gave up a double and a walk in the 8th, but got out of it. And now Dotel. James Sardina, who took over for the starter Brian Schneider. Schneider was hurt during a Pirate at bat, a hyperextended left thumb. Sardina pinch hit in the 4th inning and stayed in the game to catch. And a base hit to start the 9th inning for the Phils. Andy LaRoche, part of our Home Depot, doing more on defense. Play, as Steve likes to say, won't get a lot of headlines, and maybe not major, but always backing up. It's Andy LaRoche.
Yep, that ball could just trickle out just far enough to allow the runner to go to second.
The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. LaRoche 1 for 3 tonight with a run scored. Wilson Valdez, a home run and 2 ground ball outs. And a showing bunt. Not necessarily part of the book on the road.
Play for the win on the road. Tie at home.
See if Pete McCannon continues to have Valdez bunt. Yep. Gets it down. Sacrifice goes 1-4. And Ross Glode will pinch hit. The only left-handed batter available to the Phillies is Ross Glode.
Could the Pete McCannon thinking that the Pirates have used a lot of their bullets out of the bullpen, if he could get a tie, maybe he could outlast them?
Absolutely, he could. Pretty obvious that Hanrahan is not well enough to pitch. And Justin Thomas is loosening up. The left-handed rookie. Ross Glode. Tough man to strike out, that's for sure. Only 4 Ks and 64 at bats. 189 hitter off the bench, takes a strike from Dotel. 7 hits for Glode as a pinch hitter, and 3 of those 7 hits home runs. Led all major leaguers in pinch hits last year. One ball, 1 strike. See the gap in left center field.
And down in the left field corner. A lot of acreage.
Glode batting for Contreras. The Phillies trying to at least tie it up here in the 9th.
In on the hands, nicely done.
Octavio Dotel Earned save number 16. With a scoreless ninth inning yesterday at Wrigley Field in Chicago to complete the shutout. One-two pitch. Sharply hit, but at the second baseman, Crosby, for the second out of the ninth.
Well, sometimes you get the atom ball, and that ball was hit sharply enough. That was good contact, good at bat, but it was right at the Pirates' second baseman.
A look at the ground ball hit by Glode at Crosby. Sardina moves to third, and now an interesting matchup because, for my money, Steve, Shane Victorino might be the most underrated player in baseball. I just don't think he gets nearly the attention. Here comes John Russell, and this is a rare meeting by the manager. And the entire infield will join him and Dotel. Now,
strategy about Victorino, yeah, but do you want to indeed pitch to him?
You have Dobbs on deck. Now, Victorino, very little history against Dotel. Victorino 1 for 1. Dobbs 0 for 3 and 3 strikeouts against Dotel.
Might have been the subject of that conference.
This guy is a tough out, a tough player. And is a tough pitcher on the mound for Pittsburgh in Octavio Dotel.
They're on their feet. 2 outs in the ninth inning. Folks are into it. The folks are into it.
Strike one. This would be Daniel McCutchen's second career victory in the big leagues. He beat the Cincinnati Reds October 2nd last year.
Now they're really into it. Remember, before the ball game, we talked about trying to get Daniel McCutchen and both he and Ross Ohlendorf their first wins back to back. Got a chance for the first part right now.
Oh, Bucco fans thought we were going to raise it right there.
I am trying to buy the call. No sale there, but here we go again.
Struck him out looking. Raised the Jolly Roger.
Indeed.
What a spectacular night in Pittsburgh at PNC Park as Daniel McCutchen earns his first win of the year, his second in the big leagues. And the bullpen, Javier Lopez, DJ Carrasco, Evan Meek, and Octavio Dotel, 2 hit the Phillies the rest of the way.
They will never work harder for a win than they did tonight. Good one. In the books for the Bucs.
The bullpen gets the last 11 outs. McCutchen 5 1/3 innings, 1 earned run. He allowed 6 hits. Meek 1 hit in his 2 innings. And the leadoff hit by Sardina against Dotel does not hurt as the Buccos defeat the Phillies. Tomorrow, Ross Ohlendorf against Jamie Moyer. 6:30 pregame show. Tim Neverett and Steve Blass have the call at 7 right here on FSN Pittsburgh, bringing the game to you. The Buccos defeat the Phillies 3-2. For Steve Blass and our entire